Hey, it's me again. It's pretty rare that I make another card profile video because I usually make music covers. So yeah, today we're gonna make a Sweep Commando Dragon deck profile that not really that much people is playing that. As most of the time people pick Gauntlet Buster, then Sweep Commando. So deck's theme is conserving hand size, destroy opponent's field psychologically. Yeah. First of all, our starting vanguard is a ambush dragon Eradicator Lencho. When the skill is when this unit boosts the vanguard and hits, counter blast 1 and kill one of your opponent grade 1 or lower unit. That's a very good card, a good starter. As for the grade 3s, we run 3 Sweep Commando Dragon, aka Steve's. Skills is when this unit put in the vanguard circle and you so charge 1 card, you kill one of the front row unit. So by killing the front row unit, it makes you to be able to use the limit break ability, that is counter blast 2, kill another front row unit, and soul blast 2, and you draw a card, and this unit get plus 5,000. Yep, so that you didn't lose anything, and you just get a power boost. With 5,000 actually is not that much, but it's still okay. And of course, if you break ride it with a shaver, that's a electric shaper dragon, or we can call it an electric shaver dragon, because if you break ride with Sweep Commando, Sweep Commando get plus 10k as standard break ride ability, and if you destroy the front row unit and in the same time you destroy the back row too, so that makes that you kill the entire row, and the limit break ability, you kill another row, you kill 4 cards. If your Lencho is still there and your opponent says no guard, man, he gonna get his vanguard booster get retired too. So pretty good card. So most of the time people run to Descendant. So what's the point of running a Descendant that you say you want to keep cards in your hand? Descendant is wasting cards. So that's why I run to Woven Saber Dragon Reverse, because there's an extra 2 counter blast that you are not using it yet. You use it with this guy. You just can lock 2 of your boosters, no problem, because this guy can get plus 10k, can swing for 21 for no problem, no extra issue. So that's a good card. The skills is counter blast 2, lock 2 of your rear guards, and this guy get plus 10k, and you get to the opponent get to choose 2 of his rear guard and retire it. Pretty good unit. In fact, that you already killed 4 cards here. You kill another 2 cards here. Your opponent lost almost, everything. If this Lencho is still there, you kill another 1 more card. Good. So you are killing so many cards. Of course, you're gonna have to run for a homing sword, Eradicator Roshishin. Imagine that you kill 4 of his unit. This unit get free 20k power boost. Imagine that it's a 28k unit unboosted. So it's a good card. If your Lencho is still there and your opponent say no guard, you kill 5 cards. This guy get another extra 5k. Is a 25, that's 30. It's a pretty big number now. There's a 30 plus k attacker unboosted. Imagine that if this was boosted, and your opponent is gonna spend almost his entire hand to guard them. If you got trigger, you give it to them. Situation turn worse, and of course you're gonna have your 12k attacker. I don't run a lot because I prefer to run this nasty guy right here. I run 3 Eradicator Spark Rain Dragon, a consistent 12k attacker. Of course, I run another 3 Eradicator Thunderboom Dragon. It's a 10k vanilla standard, nothing to say about it. And ridiculously, I run 1 Zuiten. the Supreme Army Eradicator is written for unflipping damage that most likely is not gonna happen. So I might plan to replace this with another Spark Ring. Alright, as for the Great One, I got 4 Perfect Guards. There's 3 types of Perfect Guards here, because this is the only deck that you can run all Perfect Guards, because you don't have to counterblast Eradicator unit, so we can consider this pretty much a budget deck. And of course, we got 4 Iron Blood Eradicator Shuki, although they slightly changed the name to Steel Blooded Eradicator Shuki, but I prefer Iron Blood. So the skills is when an opponent's unit rear guard is retired by any of the effects, this guy got 3k, and it can stack. So if you destroy 4 units, this guy just, he became 19k booster. If a Shuki stacks with a Roshishin, you get a trigger, you give the power to him, and this guy is still there. You kill 5 cards, there's another 60k, 61k or 60k column. You can't guard it at least unless you have a perfect guard. Oh no, you can't do anything. So as another standard, we get a 10k attacker. That is a demolishing dragon, early game rush, and it's good to ride. And of course, I run 2 10k booster. It's pretty consistent. Your opponent got 3 damage, and this guy's the 10k booster. Pretty good. For triggers, standard, you need 4 heals. Or decks need 4 heals. And I run 8 criticals and 4 draws. Pretty standard for a Narukami deck, but this deck you might consider running 4 stands, because if you stand back, this unit is pretty cool. Pretty cool and pretty cruel for your opponent. Alright. So imagine that you break right. Imagine that you break right with a sweep commando. Okay, you destroy your opponent's unit or something. This is the ideal arrangement or something. Probably you don't have the chance to use Lencho because if he's still here, you're gonna soul charge him. You kill the entire front row. No, not the entire front row, the entire row of the left flank, and you counterblast 2. Imagine that, okay, you just counterblast 2. You get to kill another row. And imagine that this guy just got extra 20k. And you are able to call out the Kukaiji right here. Man, that is gonna hurt. This guy just got 20k for free. So you can use that. This is a 50 plus k column. Imagine that you get a trigger, you throw it right there. There's another 60k column. That's ridiculously strong. You throw in if they got a critical trigger, you give it all to him, then you give it all to him. You attack it. It is probably almost undefendable unless you throw it perfect guard. Yeah. So basically, this deck is to waste the opponent's hand, or to kill him in the late game faster. So if you got this arrangement, that is the most perfect arrangement ever for this deck. So most of the time you don't really get that, but seriously, I get this arrangement one time before, and my opponent, of course, loses instantly. So this deck is pretty much okay. Your opponent's gonna be sad if they lost all the rear guards. Psychologically, you are winning him. So imagine that your opponent is a Gold Paladin. So Gold Paladin can refill the entire field with a Garmo Liberator. But imagine that before you break right this guy. No, I mean this guy, not this guy. Okay, this guy. Already used that Garmo skill, you finish the entire counterblast, and you use this guy. He's gonna cry. Definitely. Or Alfred, he used all his counterblast and call other thing, and you manage to guard the entire game. Break grab with this guy, he's gonna cry. So yeah, I don't know that. I'm not really sure that this deck is good or not, but it works for me till now. So thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for another new video that I'm gonna make.